Alrighty, I came back to go over number 5 on data assignment number 5. Okay, we did number 1 through 4 in the previous videos. Is that right? Let's see, the 5th one right here. Yeah, I don't know if it's gonna go okay this time, but I'm just trying to find time to record this very last video for y'all. Okay, so calculate a new column variable that contains the difference in height and arm span for each student. Height and arm span, are they the same? Height, heap ledger, height and arm span. They are the same, aren't they, for a person? Your arm span is the distance between the middle fingertip on each hand when you stretch your arms out as far as they can reach. For most people, their arm span is about equal to their height. So it's gonna be, what we're thinking is my arm span is same as my height, but my arm span doesn't really have much to do with what Freddie's height. So we're going to be doing what? Dependent sampling. They want us to upload sample 1. Well, I want you to upload sample 1 into Statcrunch, so let's do that. So I will go to Statcrunch. And I will upload sample 1 in here. Data load from file on my computer, and I think my file's right here. So let's think about this. If we subtract height minus arm span for each of these 100 students, if they're truly equal, we will see a whole bunch of zeros, right? But some students will have taller height, some students will have longer arms, so it's probably going to have some variation. But it says we need to subtract height minus arm span, so I'll do that first. So go to edit, maybe not, data. Yep, I think it's data. Data, go to compute and do expression for me. Data, compute, expression. You really don't have to do it this way, but still, I think I'm trying to follow that direction that I typed up. What you're going to do is the expression is height, double click the height, minus the arm span. And that's it. I'm going to go ahead and click on OK, and I will click on compute. If you, well, a pop-up, yeah, something popped up. It says new column, height minus arm span added to the data table. Okay, so if I scroll all the way over to the right, you see this? I have height minus arm span. And I kind of like the first couple numbers. It says 1, 4, 2, 0. See, for this student, the height and the arm span is exactly the same. And that's what we were kind of expecting. But there are some crazy numbers, as you can see, like 69. So this student's height is 69 centimeters longer than the arm span. So you know what we're going to do is we're going to get rid of some of these outliers. Okay, it could be measurement error, it could be students not understanding what they were doing, right? Maybe they just measured 1 arm instead of 2 arms. Yeah. So data assignment number 5, what I'm going to ask you to do is I'm going to create a box plot. Provide box plot for these differences, and I want you to remove any outliers by clicking on them and just clicking on delete. I'll show you how to do that in this video. So on that sample that we just created, height and arm span, go to graph, go to box plot, and all the way down, click on that height, arm span, and I'm just going to draw this horizontally, and we do want to make sure that we use fences to identify outliers. I'll click on compute. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on all these outliers. I'm going to make it a little bit longer on the horizontally. And I'll go ahead and just click on, and I think the direction says click all the way on the left, like click on the row name, but I'm just going to click on these dots. I want this gone, I want this gone, all of these gone. Some of you guys, like who already submitted this data assignment, attach this group, what's it called, this box plot, and I was okay with it, but I'm going to attach a box plot without all these outliers. And outliers are just marked with these dots. And I have quite a few outliers here. I'm going to go ahead and click all of these. I'm going to delete these. Okay. And we may have to do this process a couple times. because outliers just keep on popping up. Alrighty. So after clicking on all these outliers, they are all highlighted in pink. I'm gonna go ahead and make this one a little bit smaller for now, and I will go to edit. I will go to rows, and I will click on delete. Bless you. And then it says delete 19 selected rows. That means I had 19 outliers. Yeah, I want them gone. Compute. And they're gone. So look, what I'm gonna do is this. I'm gonna click on option, edit on the box plot, and I'm just gonna make them create a new box plot. I got another box plot, but it's got more outliers. So it's like it's like killing cockroaches in your house. Like they keep popping up. We're gonna delete these all. I just have 4 this time. So hopefully after this second attempt, all my outliers are gone. So I clicked on those. I'm gonna make this one a little bit smaller, and I'll go to edit, row, because I clicked on all these rows, and I will click on delete. And you want to select 6 selected rows, delete them. Yes, I do. They're gone now. And let's see if I go back to options and edit on my box plot, and just to create a new one. Hey, this is good now. I don't see any outliers, and this is the picture I want to copy in my data assignment. So I'll go ahead and copy this, and I'll put this over here. That makes me feel good. Okay, we did all that, so I'm gonna move on to the next part. It says perform a matched pair t-test, okay, of the null hypothesis of 0 mean difference in height and arm span versus alternative that the mean difference is not 0 at the significance level of 0.05. Let's do a matched pair t-test then. So go back to your Statcrunch. I'm going to go ahead and minimize this box plot because I already got a copy of that. So go to stat, t-stat, paired. We're doing a pair t-test. And I guess I can click on height for the sample one. And what's the other one? Arm span for the second one. And I already have the differences saved, but maybe I can click on difference one more time to see if all the numbers are exactly matching. And hypotheses are, the null is assuming that they are equal. Height is the same as the length of arm span or arm span. And the alternative is just assuming that they are different. Okay, and that's all. That's all. I'm going to go ahead and click on compute. And I will go ahead and take a copy of this output table so that we can talk about it. I'll put this table over here. Oh, that's too big. That's good though. Okay. Oh, so close. Look at my p-value. It's just a little bit bigger than 0.05. But anyways, let me see. Because I made my Statcrunch to come up with the column called differences. And when I did those differences, like manually, I had this column called height minus arm span. But what I can see is all these numbers are the same. Yeah, that's good. Okay, so let's talk about the very last part of this data assignment. Okay, what does this p-value say? This p-value is too big, okay? In mine, okay, and yours may be small, but mine is too big to reject the null. Okay, it's all right. So what I will have to say is I failed to reject the null. I cannot go and believe that there is a difference, okay? Well, I guess I have to just accept that they are really the same. But I'm gonna say I failed to reject the null. I may just stop this video and ask you to finish up, but I kind of want to be. Okay, I'll just do this verbally because I won't be able to type it. Is there statistically significant evidence that the mean difference is not 0? I will have to say no. I will have to say no because my p-value is greater than 0. You look at your p-value, okay? What I got is because my p-value is 0.0545, it's greater than the alpha level, the significance level of 0.05. Because of that, I failed to reject the null hypothesis. I do not have evidence to believe that the alternative, which stated that there is a difference, right, is true. So I just want you to kind of wrap up something very similar to question number 1, but that is all for this data assignment.